Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming Jcsportline live broadcasting room. Sandy, please. Showtime.
Years ago, my husband and I established Jcsportline Limited in Shenzhen because of hobby. 10 years ago, we established the Jcsportline factory in Guangdong province because of the painful terms of the carbon tax. 3 years ago, we invested $20 million there by the land and the investment, big money, and established the whole building for the Jcsportline industry room. Okay. Now I will tell you why you choose the Jcsportline. Yeah, if you are still in the carbon planning parts business industry, or you want to do the carbon parts in future, you should choose the Jcsportline. Let's get on it. First, we start from the front gate. Yeah, when I enter in, you will find that on the left side there is the reserved land for the next few years, and on the right side there will be for the office building. The first floor is for the canteen. The second floor is the office building, and the upstairs is for the dormitory, which can fit for 400 employees there. The total land is around 70,000 square meters. That is around 0.7 million square feet. Okay, let's go on the playground. Okay. From the playground, we have different equipment for entertainment. We have the basketball game equipment, and also we have the table tennis, and we have a ping pong table, inside of the room here. Okay, and so now it's 7:00 p.m. in China time, and many workers already come back home, and just some of them stay in factory. Because 90% of our employees are local people, so they will go back home after they take off the work. Jcsportline factory located in a very beautiful city in the middle of China, and which is near Guangdong. Guangdong is an ancient city, more 2,000 years history, and also which is near Yichang, which is very famous for the three gorges of Yangtze River. Yangtze River is the fourth longest river in the world, which is around 6,300 kilometers length. And so we are very excited that we already invited many clients come to visit our factories and show them to the two historical cities, and they are very happy with that. If you like Jcsportline, follow us and come to visit us. I will show you to the two historical scenic places. You deserve it. Okay, I just told you that how Jcsportline become the first carbon fiber solution partner in global in recent years. That is not just the marketing strategies. It should be we have the power for soft power and hard power of Jcsportline factory. I just told you that. And we solved the painful point. We are so proud that we solved the painful point of the carbon planning parts industry. And what's the painful point? You should be very eager to know that, right? Okay, first, let's start for the first painful point. As you know, the Chinese car in the market is not very early launching into the market. So it's very hard for us to get the real car to develop the mold. And as you know, in China, it's called the global manufacturer. So if Chinese people couldn't get the right car here, and they couldn't develop the mold. But we solved this problem because we have the CNC machine, and also we have the data all over the world. I will tell you the details later. Okay, let's work on the CNC machine. Workshop. CNC workshop. We have more than 10 CNC machines, and still have the 5 machines fabricating now without people. Yeah, they are making the food, they are making the furnace, they are making the distributors, and also they are making the spoilers. So they can fabricate different kinds of products. And also, let's look at the two machines here. You say, yeah, the machine is fabricating the metal mold, yeah, and the million mold. And this is for the Mercedes G-Class. I think it will be the third trip, yes. So, this kind of machine can get the mold directly from the drawing, yeah, from the drawing directly. And also we can use machine. This is for the rack, I think, for the rack. For this part, yeah, for the rack. And you know, for the like jewelry cars, and they use the universal spoiler, but they should have the specialized, the customization rack like this. Even if universal spoiler, but each universal spoiler will be fixed the certain parts and the special universal parts. Yeah, and so we have designers, and they make the joint of the universal parts, and based on the car size and to the fabricating by our own CNC machine. So it shortens the time. It shortens the time to get the mold and shortens the time to get the depth. Instead of package outside, yeah. So we are very proud that we solved the depth problem in one system. You may wonder that why you have so many CNC machines. We have so many CNC machines because that we have a lot of the demand for the different molds every month. And also, we fly global. If you focus on our Facebook, and you will know that we fly everywhere, we fly abroad to get the car data. Such as we fly to Middle East, Dubai, and to get the newest G-Class 2 years ago, and our scanner team go there. And also we fly to America, we fly to South Africa last end of the year to get all the BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen cars there, and also the super data. We get the super data in South Africa here. And also we have the global chain, our clients in the global, in USA, in Canada, in Germany, in UK, have many machines. That's why even we invested $20 million 3 years ago for the land and the building, but we still need to invest more than $2 million every year, and for the equipment, and for the labor cost, and also for the technical guys, and also for the skills we studied from outside. So it's very important. Also, CNC machine has another advantage. It can solve the painful point that first is that it will be solve the painful point for no cars, no data, and the second is that with the CNC machine, it's correct size, and so no need to test the parts on the real car as well. So we have a lot of clients. They just give us the idea. They just give us the photo. I need this one, I need this one. They give us the photo, and they see that because we have scanned the list, which cars we have, and so they get our list, and if they are focused on Supra, they will tell us, I need a spoiler, I need a spoiler list, I need a spoiler dial, just the photos. And we will make the hand drawing for 1 hour, and for confirm. If they confirm it's okay, we use the computer design for 1 day for the spoiler. And they confirm that it's okay, and we use the CNC machine based on the complexity of the structure of the spoiler. Use a different machine, and we get the mold from machine 3 days to 5 days. So the clients will be very happy of the service. They're so satisfied. They feel amazing, you know. So we developed many spoilers and new parts for a USA client for 8 molds in 15 days. This view is amazing. Yeah, Jcsportline can do that. So you will know that why we choose the CNC machine. 2 reasons. Okay. It should be like that. Should be like that. Yeah. Should be like that, right? You say this is from the CNC machine, not a CNC machine, but this kind of machine totally transform the mold directly. Yeah, directly. So needed to do the prototype first. So the molding department will solve this problem and then transfer the mold into the resin mold, final resin mold. This is the usage for this is the first usage of the molding department. The second usage of the molding department is if you do the 3D printing, yeah, you know, for the big bumpers, you do the 3D printing because this machine is very hard to do very big bumpers, right? And so if it's around 2 meters big bumpers, 3 meters big bumpers, so you need to use the 3D printing machine to get the prototype first and join them more pieces together. And then send it to our molding department, and we will make the mold based on the prototype. This is the second usage of the molding department. And the third usage of the molding department is that with the global, so also we have a lot of plants in Chinese market, and so our dealers and distributors in China, and they will drive their cars to our factory to make the mold. Because you know, CNC machine making the mold is expensive. It will be experienced the skinless arm, liver cost, and also the make the drawing and the liver cost, and also to do the CNC machine with the machine cost and the material cost, and then making the mold. So if you have a real car in the factory, it will be more convenient. So just making the prototype on the real car and just the mold directly from the prototype. So this is the third usage for the molding department. If from economy, choice, you can, it will be easier with the car, inside. But it wastes a big time because you need to find a lot of time to find the cars, and also because not from the CNC, the mold will shrink. So maybe the first time is also on the prototype, but after shrink, and you need to find the car again to make the second filament with the handmade. So in CNC machine can remove the troubles, but both have the advantages and disadvantages. For Jcsportine, we need both. Okay. From the side of the body is from Chinese, so you couldn't understand that. I can explain that. And this is from the government plan. We invest the money there and make the building there. So the government will give us a lot of support on tax policy and also on the insurance policy. And also they will give us the favorable price for the land, and also they will give us a lot of money every year to develop our business. And also we solve the labor in the local and make 90% of the people stay there. Yeah, because our factory is 90% local people. So we also solve the problem for the government, the most benefits. But we need to pay the high tax for them. Yeah, if in other manufacturing, you couldn't see that. So big tax and also so big buildings. Yeah. So this is what I think. This is on the house. What's the usage for that? So this morning, one client told me that they wanted to know details of the detailed process for every step. So I can go inside, but inside my voice wasn't clear. You can just say the thing, okay? It's 7:00 p.m., so just a few workers working here. Most of the workers get off work. The area is watching the surface of others to make it easier to understand the sentence. So the first step is to scratch the surface. you hear clearly of the AML house. Yeah, this is the usage for scratch the surface of carbon fiber and to make sure that the next step of sanding will be easier and to fit. Yeah. So this is the important step. Important step. We have seven painting rooms. This is for oven. Oven. Yeah. And another room inside. I don't go in. Burner hall, coal house, and also inside the big one. The big one is also the oven inside. Why use the oven? Because on the surface of carbon has the resin. Yeah. Which and also after you paint it, and you should make it dry fast. So we should choose the oven to make it dry fast. Or we need to delay 2 or 3 days to make it the final product. For this building, the three rooms for the trimming on the edge. This is very important for us, for Jcsportline. Molding warehouse. If the stainless machine is the first choice, you choose Jcsportline. First important choice, and the molding will be the second important choice for you to choose Jcsportline. Why? Because we use the epoxy resin. We use epoxy resin for the mold. Do you know what's epoxy resin? Epoxy resin and insolution resin has a different. Epoxy resin is very stable, the material, and then insolution resin is not stable. The price, the two material price will be 4 times different, and so and also the labor cost is also 2 or 3 times different. For example, if you make the insolution resin mold, you just need 7 days, but you do the epoxy mold, you need 15 days. Yeah, 15 days, because it's very heavy. You should use different many levels on the top of side. And why we choose this? This is from our one founder, Tom. He has a house site in 10 years ago. In 10 years ago, in the full market, everybody used the insolution resin. Yeah, because it's cheap. But Tom found that insolution resin is the problem. Maybe the first time, the mold is okay, the product is well. The second time is okay. But after you produce 10 pieces, 20 pieces, 30 pieces, and you will find that the product will disform because the mold is formed. So it's very bad. From the rack, it's more than 4,000 different molds. Yeah. This is very wealthy property for Jcsportline because of that. So this is the second important choice for you. So I also get a lot of feedback from other manufacturers before and told me that why every time I get a different product, I told them that the mold is different. Also from our domain website, and you will also see the detailed comparison of the two molds. Yes, it's quite different. You can also Google what's the difference of the two materials. I just can tell you that it's stable, and even 20 years, 30 years, even 1,000 pieces, there is no problem, there is no disform for the mold. Okay. And here, this is very clean. And also the new workshop. What's that? This is very important as well for us. Every time I tell you very important, very important. And this is for the wet carbon, semi-product processing room. Yeah. Wet carbon production line. You see that we divided the 4 buildings into the small rooms, right? Why would we do that? manufacturing, to get the mature, to get the skills, experience workers from carbon. Yes, so they need at least 5 years or 4 years. Yeah. So it's very hard for us to get that. So we want to solve the labor problem. So we use this virtual production line to divide them, separate them, and so it will be shorten the training time. So within usually within 1 year, we will get the trained person for each step. That is to say, now we will already solve the capacity problem. So the third painful point for the carbon part should be the capacity problem. So every time you order from the factory, you feel that maybe for just half container or less than half container, a few cubic meters, you need to wait for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Yeah, but from us, we solve the capacity with make scale cold drying warehouse. Yeah. For the wet carbon, you need to make the thread on the surface of the mold. Yeah, that is we call the gel coat. Yeah, the gel coat. For dry carbon loading. It's very, very, very important in 2020 project, dry carbon. So many clients are interested in dry carbon in prepared material. I will make the scholarly introduction of the dry carbon and wet carbon difference. In recently, 15 years, and the Jcsportline focused on the carbon turning industry for the aftermarket parts. And so we make the wet carbon before. Yeah, so we are skilled and experienced in wet carbon. In 2020, it's a very special year for us. We make the cooperation with China's biggest electronic car factory, BYD. I don't know whether you know the BYD. This is the biggest electronic car in China. And we match them with exterior parts, interior parts in dry carbon, and they install the parts and sell the full car. So in all the car shops, we get a lot of support from them to get a lot of knowledge, and also get the certificate of ISO and get the certificate of the TS 46949, this certificate for the car parts, for the automotive cars. So in next 2 months, we will get all that. So it's called in fact. The dry carbon workshop should keep the temperature within 22 degrees, yeah, because the prepared fabric, carbon fiber material just can suitable for the temperature like this, 22 degrees. So in the whole city, you should keep the temperature, yeah, in this degree. This is the carbon machine. Carbon machine will be very good for the right side of each mold. So every product we make the same mold, and we have the drawing. So every mold we will improve the drawings in the computer, and then the machine will pass the fabric, pass the carbon fabric in right side, which can save the material and also very good for weighing the carbon. Yes, so this machine is standard. This is the dry carbon grill. Yeah, this is G20, I think. The material of the dry carbon and the wet carbon is different. The first one is material. The dry carbon material is prepared carbon. What's the prepared? It means that prepared is built in carbon fiber material of the resin, baked in, instead of wet carbon applied on the resin on the top of the carbon. So built in and applied on will be different, right? Built in means that the weight is lighter. And you don't have fluid, the resin on the top of the carbon. So the dry carbon-free flat is different material to the wet carbon. This is the side gas. This is side gas. You see that the pre-flat weaving is concentrated. This is concentrated, yeah. It's 3D dimension. And it's concentrated, and also you see that, yeah, the weaving is also big size, and smooth. This is the size gas. And the second difference is that the processing weight of the wet carbon and dry carbon. Just I told you the material difference. The second is the processing weight. For the dry carbon, and when the pre-flat material go inside the autoclave machine with the high temperature, with the high heat, and it will come out. Yeah, it will strengthen the material significantly, and also the product will come out from mold very smooth, and not just glossy. Yeah. So it's very important with the high temperature and with the high heat. Yeah, making the material significantly good. But with the wet carbon, they use the carbon fiber. The carbon fiber, and before they go to the vacuum, before they being vacuum, it will be applied to the resin and follow the carbon. So it will have a lot of bubbles. It will have the greater potential of the air bubbles, and if you purify the parts and during the vacuum. So that's the difference. The autoclave with a high temperature, so it will significantly remove the impurified product, and make no air bubbles. Okay. So the advantage of dry carbon is that it's super light. It's super light and also have the big strength. With high temperature, big strength. Super light because they prepare the resin instead of applied on resin. Just the two differences. Anyway, there is no need for every client to choose dry carbon. If you have the big passive for the super light, big passive for the strength, and you can choose this. You can choose the dry carbon. For example, if you have the luxury transporter like the Lamborghini, Ferrari, for the three spoilers, and the big spoiler, very big spoiler, if you choose the wet carbon, it will be easy to damage during the fast way. You know, sometimes many years ago, I went to Germany on the expressway, and it will be very fast for 400 kilometers, 400 per hour. So this is very, very, very fast. For this kind of speed in the expressway, it will be very easy to damage for the big spoiler in wet carbon, because wet carbon is two modes joined together and also very heavy, so it will be dangerous. But if for the luxurious cars with big spoilers, and you choose, just dry carbon is okay. And another usage for the dry carbon is that if the OEM, if you are OEM client, if you are brand client, and you have the passive, you have the passive, and you have the demand for the super light on car vehicles. Super light on car vehicles. So you can choose the dry carbon. But if you are just do the aftermarket, if you just do the aftermarket turning parts business, you don't pass it for the super light, you don't pass it for the super strength, and you can choose the dry carbon for economical way. And this is another building for the skilled person. Why I call it skilled person? I just told you the production line for the new trainer, for the new client, for the new workers for 1 year, can get the one step very mature. But the skilled room is that for the mature workers over 5 years experience, so they can finish the semi product with carbon by themselves. The 3 steps by themselves. So we put them inside for the and call them talent. And in all different rooms, we have a different plan and strategies. For example, the skilled person inside, we have the capacity requirement for 200 pieces. And in the production line room, this is bigger one, and we have the capacity requirement for 400 pieces carbon. So the total water carbon, our capacity in our now building can be 600 pieces on the big side. Just you see the autoclave. We still have another autoclave machine in another room. Yeah, we have 3 autoclaves. The biggest one can load 2 big SUV cars. And so the capacity for the 3 autoclave will be 300 pieces dry carbon. So total, you see, 600 water carbon, 300 dry carbon. We have total 900 carbon pieces per day every day. So this is our capacity in our own land. If in future our water is more and more, and we need to develop the reserve land on the land, we say. We will develop the land to enlarge our capacity. Because our production line for the workers is still in the decoration, and so now the temporary place is there. They are there to making the product. Around 7 days later, and they will move into the new place. And also this place will be the other places will be used for the painting. The whole will use for the painting room. We will have very big painting room. We will move the painting rooms. I just introduced the 17 rooms there, and to very big painting room with more better equipment, anti-dust. Here is the polishing workshop. You see, polishing is very important for the carbon service, and also is very dirty in lots of the manufacturing. In Jcsportline, we make the different strategies. We use the special structures. We use the stainless steel on the top of the ground, and we use the recycled water inside, and to make sure that the dust will be come down with the recycled water. Yes. So it will be good environment for the workers to stay there instead of a big air gas and the smell gas. So it's no problem there. This is sending room. Sending room, we have more than 100 water tanks here. So it can get 1,000 pieces carbon sending piece every day. You say it's already 8 o'clock, I think, PM, 8 o'clock PM in China. But the Jcsportline workers still work hard now, and they will finish their work, and I think 2 hours later. You see, this is the first assembly. From the service is okay. This is the play window. This is the key well window. Yeah. This is the front lift. All of them are in the sending shaft. So they will do 3 times sending. So I will tell you how do they do the sending. Okay. First, I just introduced for the air mill place, right? Air mill to scratch the surface of carbon. And the sending is that after the air mill, there will the people to they use the glue on the door. And then the sending, the first sending with the sand to like this. But the different size. This is 700 feet, right? Different size. Yeah. This place is for 500. Yeah, 500 feet. So for the first step, you use the 500, right? No. For the first step, you use the 1,500, right? 300. I'm not quite familiar with it. So we use the different sizes of the sending. Yeah, the first step to use the 300, right? Yeah. and the second use the 500, and the third use the 1,500, right?
Yeah.
And the different choice of sending to make sure that the air bubbles and the impurities will be disappear. But every time you use the sending, before the last sending, you should go to the painting first, right? After painting, you do the sending, right?
After painting is 1,000.
Oh, after the first painting, we use the 1,000 cent. After the second painting, we use the 1,500 cent, right? Yeah. So we should use the 2 paintings, and we should use the 3 cents, right? So the first cent for the 300, particularly for the 300, use for the mill, right? After the mill process, because the mill process is just scratch the surface, you use the very fat sending, right? The fat sending. And the second is painting. Yeah, second painting. After painting, and use the 1,000 cent. And after second painting, and will be used 1,500. Yeah. So they use a different kind of system. Because still some workers already finished the job, and some of them still have the unfinished work to do. This is for the dry cotton, right?
Yes.
Oh, so gorgeous! Isn't it the gorgeous women? It's very gorgeous women. Gorgeous. I can compare with the cotton, okay? It's very gorgeous. Okay? Oh, it's very obviously, right?
This is dry cotton.
Yeah, this is dry cotton. More concentrate. You can see the women more concentrate. This is wet cotton. Even the wet cotton is okay, it's very good as well. But compared with the dry cotton, you can see the quite difference, right? Quite different. But the processing is similar. But for the dry cotton will be 3 times hunting, and for the wet cotton 2 times hunting. And also you can see the women compare, very, very different. Compare the outside, the inside of them. The inside. Oh. It's like steel. The voice is like steel. Okay. If you don't compare the 2 parts together, and you couldn't see the difference. If you just from the video, from the picture, you couldn't see the difference. If you see the 2 parts by your own side, yeah, it will be very obvious. This is a first class. First class. Just now, I showed you the last building with the 2 autoclave machines there. And I told you we have 3 autoclave machines currently. So this is the third one. The third one, and this room will move to the third building in next week. So still in production in different areas. This is the first one. This is semi-product. Just that you see on the sending place for the on the sending place. On the sending place is for the after the semi-product. This is the sending. It's very soft and also it's hard material. And what's this? This one. This is for BMW Mini.
4M4.
4M4. Okay. Oh, the big ribbon. This is 12 T-wheel, 12 T-wheel ribbon. If you require the very autographed ribbon, and you can use the T-wheel on the website. It's
very strong.
Very strong. Very strong. This is the second product. Which one is the front side?
Front 前面在哪里啊？ Here, front.
This is the front, right? The front side.
This is front lip.
This is the front lip. This is the red shoulder. How weak you said I am?
It's very strong.
It's very strong. Stand on this. The inside is still to the women, right? They're still busy like bees. It's already 8 o'clock p.m. They're still busy. Still busy like bees. This is the engine cover, GTR engine cover. Yeah. It's a refined job. You should be very careful. See that the pre-flag material looks exactly very, very nice. This is another polishing workshop, and we have 2 polishing workshops. I just told you that we have a capacity for the wet carbon 600 pieces every day. Capacity for the dry carbon 300 pieces every day. So we have reserved room for the sending 1,000 pieces a day. And also we have the polishing room. One person can polish 30 pieces carbon every day. And so the two polishing workshops can accommodate more than 30 people at the same time. Okay. Very, very important. Many people focus on this segment. Focus on this segment. Tuesday department. No, we just have half people there. Just have half people there. Because we already just have more. We have 30 people in the QC department. Every person can just inspect carbon parts in 20 pieces every day. So we have 30 people every Tuesday. We can just inspect 600 pieces carbon per day. And and every product has the instruction manual. The instruction manual shows how many spools, and where to draw the holes, and how many pieces of the parts, 3 pieces of the parts, right? And also the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes, and also the size of the holes, everything detailed. So every colleague from Jcsportline, no matter you are in the production line, no matter you are in the sending, no matter you are in the training, no matter you are in QC department, every people has the apps of non-store apps. And they will, the App Store apps will help them to make sure every part has the right size, every part has the right holes, and which parts they need to use to bleed. So where we use the sticker, where we use and the instruction manual will tell you that where to use the sticker, You can guess that. If your factory has a lot of new trainers, new workers, how they know that the sticker is there? How they know that the hose is there? How they know that? What's the accessories? What's the size of the screws? But with the instruction manual, it shows very carefully of which part use which accessories, which part, use how many size, what's the size of the glue tape. Oh, the details. For example, it's very clear. If I make the QC, I make the QC of the part number like this, I will search the part number there and get the clear photos there. It shows the front side of the part. It shows the back side of the part. It shows the molding picture. It shows the weaving. The weaving direction. The weaving direction also very important. For example, if you have other accessories, the weaving is like this, but you get the front lip, the weaving is like this, you can feel that how stringent. So on the instruction manual, we get the very detailed requirements from the client. 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. And the holes like this, and how many screws, and what's the size? 0.5 mm. And very details here. And the CNC machines use the 2 machines to make the fabrication. Okay. Because we have the instruction manual in every step. The instruction manual is the centralization with our CNC department. So when our CNC department makes the changes, all the apps check. So every time you get the new response. Last year, I went to the American Los Angeles. I visited a client, who had a special requirement for the weaving.
Somebody asked, the worker is still working at 8 p.m. Yes, we are still working. We have many orders have to complete, so we work very, very late. And somebody asked, if you are using the clothes clean spoiler.
We use the works. We use the works first. We use the special works to polish it on the surface, and then with the fabric and to on the surface. Another question?
No wonder you get scratches on the spoiler.
No wonder you can get scratch. No, because this is there is the polishing room on the opposite of the QC department. So the product you just say on the girls do the clean on the surface. But the final product will go to the final QC department. Final QC department, there is a lady professional will check the surface. Yeah, in the last step. So if there is any problem, and they will go to the polishing. They will go to the polishing room again. So you say just the QC is not the final product. It's just on the process. So the final QC department already get off the work now. So they are different departments. They are different departments. So they will work together with the polishing. So why they are in? You can see that. Why the polishing room is very near to the QC room, because these should be worked together. And also we use the paper on the back side, right? I don't know whether you have focused on. We use the paper. I can't remember. There is no paper. No paper. This is the final, this is the final QC, final QC test. So every piece from that girl, that woman, they will come to the final inspection. So the final inspection, they don't use any clothes on the surface. They just check the surface, the scratches, and also they will check the accessories, and also they have the extras, they have junk manual, So they check everything, accessories, everything checking, and so they will pack it and it's done. So because so many parts, everything. So that's we will need to move. We will need to move. We do a lot of decoration now. Also the QC department. This is not the final product. This is not the final product inspection. The semi-product inspection will go inside here. Go inside the sending tank water bag in next month. And so here will be just the final product inspection room. So it's a good question. You just asked it. Good question. Why the fiberglass from Jcsportline is very smooth, and the back side negative. The back side is the same as the front side, because we use the paper. When we're painting, we use the paper inside, which will cause the extra labor cost. But we need to guarantee the surface. The back side, the front side will be the same. So we prefer to get more workers, get more labor to do the back side. So it is another process. Yeah, a lot of the manufacturers, the other products, they don't do this step. So they save the cost, but the back side, is ugly. What's wrong? Sometimes it's the vacuum, right?
Vacuum, yes.
Why I can do the fiberglass part like this?
It's very soft and thin.
It's very soft and thin. You may have a lot of painful points that when you buy the fiberglass in the market, you will feel that it's a lot of the ugly things inside and dirty, and also it's very thin. It's very thick. It's very thick here in the clip. So it's very hard to install on the top. But for our fiberglass part, we use the vacuum instead of the handmade laid on the surface. So it's very light. Very light, very light. And also endurable. And also the clip is very thick. So it will be very easy for you to installation. service waving like this. But sometimes the waving is like this. So, and sometimes they get the part with the hose. Sometimes they get the part without hose. And sometimes get the part with the accessory. And sometimes without accessory. That is the common problem. I told you that we established the Jcsportline 15 years ago. So we experienced all the painful points during the 15 years. So we know that all the clients will come. We know that all your suffering, because you suffer in the painful points, is that we also suffer as well. So we solved this suffering point. We use the operation instruction in every step. So even you are new workers, even you are the first day to come to the work, you don't know the mold, you don't touch the product before, and you based on the instruction manual, you will know that what's the product size, what's the weave I need to weave the carbon, what's the hose I need to use, what's the accessory size I need to use, what's the glue test I use. I also have a client from Taiwan, and he's very interesting. They told me that I don't need the 3M tape. I don't need the 3M tape because every time I get the 3M tape, double size glue tape. Every time I get a double size glue tape from China, and most of them will glue them into the wrong place. So they emphasize with us, please don't do that for us. After I explain that, we use the operation manual, and we can use the tape in the right side, and also can save you cost, and also can meet your client's requirement, and he's very happy. And now, all the products we made for this person is with the double side glue, and he's happy. So, because we know that the work point, so we solve them, we experience them. Okay, this is our packaging room. And sometimes the clients will ask us, why you work so hard? Maybe you have some misunderstanding. Our workers just work 8 hours a day, but we have different schedule time for them to work. For example, if Jason work from 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and then Paris will work from 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock. So they are in a different shift times. They don't work more than very, very tight and not good for job. Okay. And also this is the packaging room. We have different uses for the packaging. And some of them are used fumigated wood block, so it will be good for exporting, no problem for exporting. No need of fumigation as well. No more need of fumigation. It's okay for exporting. And also this is our foam, sheet foam machine. And so with the foam, and it can weigh. It can be very endurable. Even 3 of my weight stand on the packaging, there will be no damage. Now there is no like this, with the shape, with the pure form, with the shape, the same shape with the product inside, and then on the top, and then with the carton outside. Different form, not like this one. This is pure form. No more need of communication. It's okay for exporting. And also this is our phone. foam machine. And so with the foam, and it can weigh, it can be very endurable. Even 3 of my weight stand on the packages, there will be no damage. No, there is no foam. Like this, with the shape, with the pure foam, with the shape, the same shape with the product inside, and then on the top, and then with the carton outside. Different foam, not like this one. This is pure foam. From our factory in Shenzhen and to load all the different products. So every day has, so tomorrow morning we have another car come to load the car. All the purification to the packages. Very clearly the product. And still there is a lot of cartons as well. All of the cartons outside will be shipped tomorrow. So still temporarily use the position here. Yeah, they still take the extra work. And then this office is for the warehouse office. And they have the different printing orders. They print the orders, the different labels for the different parcels. Everything we have more 300 different parcels in global. They ship everywhere. And also they have the big order like this. Yeah, with printing the order number and also the SQ, item number and model number, the quantity and the warehouse location number, and also the remarks. So this is all the details that clients make the order. With these details orders and our warehouse guy printing them, and then we will fetch the parts from the warehouse shelves. And also this is the different labels because we also have the different requirements from clients for the different labels, different printing on the surface of the package. This will be the fourth reason you need to choose Jcsportline. We have the big warehouse around 5,000 square meters. And this will be, our warehouse workers will move to another building. And so the fourth place will become the final warehouse. You say the 5,000 stores there. Also, we ship the different 300 different parcels in global different geographies. That's why we are so busy every day. And also, a client comes to our factory to feel straight. How you can guarantee that all the orders in different places and different requirements without mistake? Yeah, I told them that we have a powerful ERP system. You say, and when clients place the order in our ERP system, and we print, the order with the details and the item location number, everything, and also the warehouse location number, and then our guide. Yeah. This is all the details. All times we get the details. For example, this one, the item number is 01489. And for this two is in this location number, the location number is the warehouse number. The warehouse number, where's the warehouse number? The warehouse number is A00003-4202, yeah. The warehouse number, and then the quantity SQ number, and put them on the shelf, and then put it on the ground, and then with the water. You see that every ground with the water. Yeah, and then after we find all the products together, and we'll put it into the packages, and then put them into the packaging room and to do the packaging. Anyway, it is good for us to distinguish different clients' order and different remarks based on our system. So you say they are very clean. They're very clean. Different products in different categories, location number. This is for the set gas, brownleaf, boilers, and inside a lot of the beer cans. I don't go upstairs. Yeah. So big. Do you want to go upstairs? Is there any people who go upstairs? Is there any people interested in going upstairs?
No.
No.
No people.
No question. Oh. Okay. So with the big warehouse there, we have shows that we have a big capacity. So every time you order from the manufacturer, you will feel that it will be a very long time. But from us, if you order one container, we can finish the one container in 30 days, and we can finish the additional order in 10 days. So we can have the different systems to make the different distinguish of the client's requirement with the different production lines. Okay. This is our semi-product warehouse. We are very proud of the semi-product warehouse. Very proud of it. Because it's very, very difficult for us at the very beginning. We spent 2 years to finish the semi-product warehouse and find the good ways to get all the products in order. Yeah. What's the usage of the semi-product warehouse? You see that? There is a number. The number shows the different production line for the semi. This is semi-product. After trimming the part, the semi-product is come from the with the carbon fiber, and also the vacuum, and also the join the mold together. And after finish that, you will go to the trim shop to do the trimming. You will trim it on the edge, and then they will send it to the first stage will finish. They will send it to the semi-product warehouse. When the process of getting into the semi-product warehouse, we have the QC department person, and they do the inspection on the semi-product part, whether they have the weaving problem on the semi, whether they have big air bubbles, whether they have some defects that couldn't be repaired in next day. So they will do the inspection for several hours every day when the semi-products come into the semi-product warehouse. And after they do that, they will destroy the part couldn't make the fiberglass. They will also put the product into the warehouse, into the fiberglass warehouse location place. Because some of the part is just the weaving problem. It's just the air bubbles problem. It can be used for the fiberglass as well. Fiberglass process as well. So, but if it is the motor problem, and it will be destroyed. Go into the trash. So it's very important segment here, and to divide the good items, good semi-products into the different production line for the next stage, and to make sure that there is no usage work for the next stage. So you see that they are in a different categories, and also they are divided the average to the different lines. So they have the boilers and also lifts and also diffusers. So every three or four boilers will match one diffuser will match one transfer. You can see that they are average to dimension. And a lot of parts here. And also they have a lot of I just see the 1,000 1,500, 1,500 cents. It's 500, 400, 300, 200. So it depends on the service of the carbon fiber semi product. So I thought it's just this one, 300, 1,100, and 500. 1,500, yeah. But there is different sizes, more than what I imagination. Most of the people I saw some good things. This is and also this side one. So different, so many different trends in different usage. I'm not so professional for the production. Anyway, after the thoroughly introduction of Jcsportline cycle, you should have a general idea of why Jcsportline can be one of the best carbon solution power in global, and why Jcsportline can grow fast in recent years. Because we really invest a lot of money on the basic instruction, and also we are studying outside to get the talented people and to research the skills, different skills. Okay, let's go to the last room, and you will be very excited to see the real product on the real car. Okay, and I prepared some real car and prepared some carbon parts for you in our last room. Oh, I don't know how many minutes I worked.
1 hour. More than 1 hour.
More than 1 hour. Oh, okay. I'm still very happy. I'm eager to read more.
Is there anybody have some questions?
Yeah, is there anybody have questions? You can ask me. We really have thoroughly understand the painful points of car industry. So every time if the client complains something to me, I will know that that's the real reason for me. So from Jcsportline, we should solve the problems in a range. And you can see that a lot of boards on the wall. You see a board. Yeah. Every wall, a lot of the boards on the wall. This is also the culture of Jcsportline. If you do the job well, and you can get the encouragement, and if you do bad on the job, and you will be punished. So this is I told you that Jcsportline has the soft power and the hard power, and to get the success. So we have our special encouragement policy to do for the workers. Okay, let's go to the last room. Let's touch the real car. It's already 8 o'clock, 8:30 p.m. in China. Oh, it's my car. The coowner is my car. Yeah, I'm cool. I love this car. Okay, let's start. Okay? All of them are for the unfold samples. And I told you we use the CNC to make the mold, so the fitment happen. So we have the car, okay? And then you can, by your eyes, to see how Jcsportline fitment means. Perfect. Okay, here we have Mr. Liu, Mr. Yong. Let's start for...
First we check the wheel diffuser.
Okay, wheel diffuser. You are okay? And also the defect from other manufacturers of this diffuser. Okay, this should be linked to the car, so we try the smaller one first.
Small one first. Okay, small one first. Small wheel diffuser first.
Okay, we will try the big diffuser later. We just need 1 minute to finish the installation. Just 1 minute.
Yes, it's good. And
no need screws. No need screws. Just do the presentation. Oh, 1 minute to finish the installation of the 3 pieces diffuser. It's very interesting thing that in other manufacturers we copy our design of the 3 pieces diffuser, but their original mold is more than 10 pieces. So they make this diffuser use 10 pieces different molds together. But in our factory, our molding guys has a very long experience, over 10 years. So they designed a very good structure of the mold, just the 3 pieces of the mold, and to make the perfect payment. But in other manufacturers, and you can see, and they use the 10 mold, 10 pieces mold to join together for 1 part. So it's different. So also the film is different. Just 1 minute to finish it. Okay. Change the next one.
over this one, the是吧？这个。
1 minute, right? Another 1 minute to fix the diffuser. Another 1 minute. Please follow us. Follow Jcsportline. You will beyond your imagination.
Okay.
Okay, change another one. Which one?
This is.
You can see the inside of the Jcsportline carbon. Inside is the fiberglass. So also with the very clean because we use the special ways to protect before painting. The surface is the glass. And also you can choose the full carbon. Yeah. The radical is full carbon.
Good.
Okay. The bigger one is a lot of problems, pigment problem in the market. So our clients find us and feel satisfied because really lots of problems. It's okay, right?
Yes, it's okay. Okay, 现在拿这个，有2个包子，包掉算了，就先不挂了。
There are still 2 aprons we don't install now.
Another reduced booster. Yes.
There are 2 different materials. This is the dry carbon. This is the wet carbon. The wet carbon, yeah. The dry carbon voice is different loudly, yeah. I don't dare to smash it, but the dry carbon is okay. You see the difference even. It's clear? It's clear, Tom?
Yes, clear.
Yeah, you can see the different weaving of the carbon. It's quite different. Free flag. And also the high temperature plate, vacuum, and resin applied down. Different. But the pigment is okay. Pigment is safe. Also the product quality is very good as well. And because all the modes, yeah, it's okay. So. Yeah, nice. 30 seconds, less than 1 minute.
Change
another one. You see that even the processing way of the wet card and the dry card is different, but the installation way is the same. Okay, take off it.
Okay. It's also very good. 来了吧，开了吧。
Take off it.
It seems all your different health tests.
Install, okay. Which kind of problem?
Front lip.
Big one?
Many front lip for M4. Too many.
Okay, it's okay. 1 minute as well.
Let's change another one.
Change another one. Another one. Okay.